Finally, I want to speak sensitively of the third turn away from the Father. This is the most difficult because it will inevitably sound as though I think the Novus Ordo Mass is the problem, when I think no such thing. At the outset, I want to say that the ordinary form and the extraordinary form are one, and they should both be celebrated with the greatest possible reverence for the Lord. In this sense, my reflection in this final part are inspired by Pope Benedict again, but the Summorum Pontificum rather than Regensburg. Liturgical studies for the most of the 20th century and today have been mostly interested in historical excavations which demonstrate the rich diversity of local custom in the Catholic Church. This has been valuable and invaluable, welcome as historical research. However, in the spirit of the liturgy, Ratzinger writes a lament about those liturgical theologians who he says took great liberties with the direction of the Council Fathers at Vatican II. Indeed, the normally reserved and measured Ratzinger seems nowhere more disturbed, more agitated than he is with those liturgical theologians who treated the new order of the Mass as their own invention. He writes of them critically, the fact that the liturgy was presented as a new structure set up against what has been formed in the course of history was now prohibited, and that the liturgy was made to appear in some ways no longer as a living process, but as a product of specialized knowledge and juridical competence, has brought with it some extremely serious damages for us, end quote. And further, he writes, quote, in this way, in fact, the impression has arisen that the liturgy is made, that it is not something that exists before us, something given, but that it depends on our decisions. It follows as a consequence that this decision-making capacity is not recognized only in specialists or in central authority, but that in the final analysis, each community wants to give itself its own liturgy, as if in a mirror. But when the liturgy is something each one makes by himself, then it no longer gives what is its true quality, encounter with the mystery, which is not our product, but our origin and the wellspring of our life.